Hello, welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about how to modify the existing user accounts and how to delete those accounts. So we are going to start with the usermod command, which is used to modify any existing user account. So if you go to the manual page for usermod, you will see most of the options are same as useradd. The only thing is if you have missed out certain options while creating the user, and now you can modify those by using the usermod command. So let us understand this, how to use the usermod command by executing some of the examples.
Now let us work on the user Linux one. So let us list the details. And now I'm going to use the usermod command to modify some of the existing details for the Linux one user. So let us first add the comment field, which is missing as of now. So you can see there is no comment here. So we'll use usermod. Again, you have to be the root user to use this command. -c. And let's add the comment Red Hat for Linux 1. So now you can see that the comment is added. Another option with usermod is we can use the UID of the user. So as of now, the UID is 1220. So usermod -u is the option. Then give it a ID, whatever you want, 9955, and then Linux 1. View again, and you can see that the user ID is changed. Now similarly, we can change the group also. So now let me change the group to, now the group ID is 1220. So it belongs to the group whose ID is 1220. Let me change it to 5465. So usermod -g 5465 for the user Linux 1. And you can see that now the group is changed. Now if I just do LID on Linux 1, so you can see that the group is changed. Now there is another important option, again important from the exam point of view, which is -G. So -G allows you to add the user to a supplementary group. -g changes the primary group, but there can be a situation wherein the user works in multiple groups. So the primary group remains there, but temporarily he has been added into another working group. So you can do that by using the -G option. So let us suppose that you as a employee belongs to the HR department, but as of now temporarily you are also added to the accounts department. So your primary group is the HR, but temporary or the supplementary group is accounts. So to add you to the supplementary group, we will use -G. So usermod -G. Now let us suppose that the supplementary group is 5468. Okay. So 546. Okay, now that 5468 is the user ID. Okay, 5467. 5467, which is the group for Linux 4. For Linux 1. If I now look into the details, so here you will not see any change because this etc passwd file does not list the supplementary group. It only lists the primary group. So how to view the supplementary group? You will use lid Linux 1. Now you can see here it lists both the groups 5465 and 5467. How do I know 5465 is the primary group? Because it is the group mentioned in etc passwd file. There's another way to view the group. You can also list the etc group file, etc/group, which contains the details about all the groups. So here you see Linux X, this is the group name. The group ID is 5467 and the last entry Linux 1. This means that this Linux 4 is the supplementary group for the user Linux 1. So let me explain these four fields here in the etc group file. The very first field is the name of the group. The second field is the password for the group, if any. So obviously there will be X because password is not visible. Next is the group ID, the GID. And the last field contains the list of all the users for which this particular group is a supplementary group. So if you look above here in my system, test 5, for this group, supplementary group, so this test 5 is a supplementary group for the users Rohit and Baljit. Now suppose that you are added to one more supplementary group. In that case also you will be tempted to use the same command, and here you can mention the ID of the another supplementary group. But what this will do is this will remove you from the earlier supplementary group. So let me first show you that. So as of now this is the primary group, this is the supplementary group Linux 4. If I run this command and now I add this Linux 1 user to the 8080 group and I do LID, so you can see now the group is changed. Okay, but I didn't wanted that the earlier supplementary group is deleted. I want this Linux 1 to be added to two supplementary groups, right? So what I will do here is, rather than using -g alone, we will use small a and g. So a will add a supplementary group. So the one that was deleted was 5467. Now you will see that it is added to both the supplementary groups. So always remember to use -a if you do not want to remove the existing supplementary group. Similarly, you can go through the manual page for usermod and you can try some of the other options that are available. So these are pretty straightforward. You will be able to do all of them on your own.
The next command is user delete. As it is clear from the name, if you want to delete a user account, then we are going to use this particular user delete command. So let us see how we can delete some of the user accounts.
So now let us see how the user delete command works. So let me list the users first. -5 etc passwd. So let us now delete the Linux 3 user. User delete Linux 3, and let us check again. So you can see that the Linux 3 group is deleted. It's not there. So not the group, the Linux 3 user is deleted. It is not there. Now one thing to check here is, if I list the home directory, you can see the Linux 3 directory still exists. So although you have deleted the user, the corresponding user's home directory is still there. Now in case you want to delete the home directory also along with the user, so you can use -r option. So you can see as of now Linux 4 directory is there for the Linux 4 user. If I delete this user and I use -r option, okay, group Linux 4 is not removed because it has other members. Fine. Group is not deleted, although I just want to delete the user. Let us check for that. So the user is deleted, but the corresponding group is not deleted. Not a concern as of now. Let us check whether the directory is there. So you can see now the Linux 4 directory is also deleted.
So I hope now you are able to manage and delete the existing user accounts. In the next video, we are going to learn how to create new group accounts so that we can manage the users.